Happy Wednesday, elevators, and welcome to episode 9 of our She Elevates podcast. I'm Gail.
I'm Jessica.
Hi, I'm Tammy.
And behind that black dot is our producer, Miss Antoinette and baby Roland. So how you feeling today, lady?
I'm feeling good.
Oh my God, amazing. Just came back from Atlanta with Mr. John Hope Bryan and the Global Hope Forum. I'll talk about that at some point, but that was awesome.
Okay. Yeah, so we all get back at our respective homes. I just got back from Atlanta Monday.
Y'all be doing the big.
Yeah.
You just got back Monday, Gail?
I did, and I'm going for a minute because I'm flying out Friday. I'm going back to another home in Atlanta. A one-day trip, though. I'm going to a wedding, so yeah, I'll be back Saturday.
Okay. Cool.
Oh well, then I'll be gone on Thursday. I'm going to North Carolina, and
I mean, as long as everybody is back by next Wednesday, I'm sure everything's gonna be okay.
Yes.
Remember retirement heaven.
Retirement clearly. That's what you can do. That's what you
clearly
can do.
Book flights and no return flight. So
I'm one way because I don't know when I'm coming back.
Mm-hmm. I haven't got there yet. I know when I'm coming back.
So ladies, last week we talked about going strong for the rest of the year so we can position ourselves to start 2022 off with some momentum, the momentum we need to crush our goals, right? So we talked about self-improvement, how we need to make that a way of life, and how you can get going again by reprioritizing, recommitting, and celebrating wins if you fell off at some point. And so if you missed that, go back and listen to the podcast and check out our previous episodes also. Wherever you listen to your podcast, we're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, SoundCloud, YouTube, Facebook, IG, wherever you listen. And on the first Wednesday of every month, we do a live in real time. So you can call in, you can ask questions, post comments, really get some engagement going. And you don't want to miss that. And actually,
I'm tickled, Gail. You like, I'm sorry, you like Spotify, Pandora.
I know.
Yeah, we everywhere.
We everywhere. We are all over the place.
I was right there too in that moment. I'm like, look at that. Spotify, Pandora.
And the neck just going.
Like, what?
But let's just take a pause and just put a pin in that because that just speaks to our community. We can. Did you really get a pen though? Yeah. Okay. I love it because we really can reach so many people. And it's all about helping people, empowering women, and getting our voices heard. I love it.
Yes. That's what
it's a moment of gratefulness, which actually is a great segue into what I was getting ready to say. A heads up to Tammy and I, so we have our Trinity Tribe, which is another group, and Jessica, you'll meet her at some point. She moved to South Carolina.
Okay.
And we would have a vision board party every December to make sure we go into the new year with some goals, some clear goals. We were very intentional about our lives, right? We had these plans and everything. We had a vision board party. So just as a heads up, we're going to have a She Elevates vision board session. We're going to bring it to the podcast and we'll talk about your vision and goal setting and all of that on our December live, which is December 1st. But then we've scheduled a vision board party for anybody who wants to join us as we do ours. As you can see, mine is back there. So I just kind of add to that. I've been doing this since 2011 and let me just show it to you real quick.
I love her vision boards. Oh my God. Jessica, she pulled me in.
So what I do is I put these little smiley faces where I have achieved. This is my
2011.
This is when I went to Dubai.
I like that idea.
I had lunch in the desert. I took a cruise. I did all of these things.
Oh my God.
You know what? That is a true example of write the vision and make it plain, right?
You took the words out of my mouth, like, oh my God. And she like, boop, done.
Check.
Done.
Yeah. So.
Oh my God.
I'm excited and so looking forward and so glad we're opening it up to the elevator. So if anybody wants to board with us, vision board, we're going to be doing that on the 11th. December the 11th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. We're going to have a vision board party.
I'm
so
excited.
Get you some tools. There's some vision board kits online you can get. Maybe we'll share some information.
And order y'all city stickers. You got to order the city stickers. Listen, it's for us.
It's for us.
Look at Tammy.
Actually,
like it's for us.
We're so proud of these stickers.
It is for us.
We are so proud of these.
Yeah, so City Stickers is actually a sponsor for the She Elevates podcast. So we're going to have some script for that in the next podcast. We're not prepared yet. But yeah, so we're one of the sponsors. So guys, let's do a podcast. So
all right. On the business.
Yes. So today, last week we give a quote every week. And last week we gave a quote that we got a whole lot of energy around. So we want to dig a little deeper into that quote from last week. And if you don't remember it, it was do more than belong, participate, do more than care, help, do more than believe, practice, do more than be fair, be kind, do more than forgive, forget, and do more than dream, work. And that was by William Arthur Ward. So how can you unpack that quote that we talked about last week?
First of all, that quote was everything. I broke it down in my own little way, like do more than belong. What does that mean to do more than just belong? Because, like a job, you can be on a job and you're only doing what that job asks you to do. Do you go that extra mile? Do you actually love what you do to even go that extra mile to want to do it? So to me, that stood out. Like, let me do more than just be in the space and do what they ask of me. Let me do what God has truly given me the capabilities of doing. So participating in that manner, do more than just care. A lot of people say,
so Jessica, I'm going to jump in there before you go on because I love that. But what it made me think of immediately was church. How people in church some people are just there to be blessed, to get the word, to, have spiritual fulfillment. But what are you giving?
Exactly.
You belong to this congregation, but what are you doing to feed others? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
What is your service?
Yeah.
And, I'll jump in right there,
Jessica.
Good, Gail. So Jessica, don't forget, I got to keep my pen, Stick a pen out. Stick a pen in that right there. We're coming back because when
put a dime in the meter.
Oh, now see, I don't have no dimes. So, it was, Gail, one of the things I would say when I was, in church or even now when I'm participating in church, it is, you're not just here to be blessed, but you also want to be a blessing, right? So it's like, even when you're talking about praise and worship or serving God, right? It's like, you don't want to have the Santa Claus mentality, right? Give me, but you want to give him praise. You want to say thank you. You want to applaud his works, So I love that. We are not here just to be blessed, but we're here to also be a blessing. So
yes,
I love that.
So yeah, Jessica, you put us there.
Pins out.
Hey, put a pen in it. And the next thing is stated, do more than care. With that, you have so many people, I truly care about you. I really do care about you. But you got to do more than just care. Are you truly helping this person? Ooh. Are you strengthening them where they're weak at? So are you really doing your part in helping? You got to do more than just care. You got to put what they say, actions speak louder than words.
Look. That's a pen right there, right?
I'm about to get my own pen. Go ahead.
Because, in the moment when you're breaking this down, it's like, wait a minute, I thought about when we say we care, but sometimes when you are doing more than just caring with your heart, I'm caring with my words, but when I am helping you, there's another level of cost. Sometimes it's going to cost you your talent, your treasure, your time. Okay,
your time. And that's a sacrifice.
Yes, absolutely. So this quote really does push you, right, to go to the next level. So
yes,
I'm going to try to. Jessica, this is my pen.
Hair clip.
I put my pen in. So, interestingly enough, just today, there was a young lady that I was speaking to who is a part of the program that I'm a part of. And, for us, I talk to like lots of people about financial management, financial makeover and all of that. But she was calling me to say, I don't know if this is for me. I'm just not feeling it. I'm not in a good place. And, my response to her was, so I went from, this is a great program to, let's talk about you, so then she and I are going to now have a communication because I care about her and not just this program. Right. Correct. And so, to your point, you have to go from caring to showing people that you do care, not just talking about it.
Exactly.
I can't think about. Oh, Jessica, you're doing it. So Jessica's facilitating and we're.
It's your fault, Jessica.
Jessica, right there, still with the care and help. During the Global Hope Forum, there were 3 businesses that actually gave their pitch, right? But they were pitching for resources. And there was one young lady who gave a pitch. She was a registered nurse, and she designed the clothing that's called capable clothing. And so there was a pair of pants that zipped down on the sides, and the purpose is to help people that are wheelchair bound or unable to walk. And so she said, because she cared about patients, she saw the challenge, right, that it was for them to just even go to the bathroom, and the things that, she get them up, she put them in a wheelchair and on them, she has to get them back up, and then she has to put them back in the bed. So she actually created what's called capable clothing that was so phenomenal. It was so powerful that she got, on the spot donations. It was $100,000. She needed like $250,000. So the point is, that's exactly what I see or I hear when we read this quote: do more than care, help. Now she's actually helping a community.
Absolutely amazing.
Yes. Yep. Shout out to her.
Yeah. We'll be hearing about her again, I'm sure.
Absolutely. It was, and it was so unexpected because I think he was giving out, 20,000 or 10,000. But she went in there asking for 250. So that's a whole nother conversation. You know what? Think big, right? She's like, this is what I need to take this to the next level. And he was like, I may not be able to give you 250, but I can give you 50. And then somebody else like, I can give you 20. I can give you. And she was literally in tears because of the overflow. So I'm just talking about when you
not because you ask not,
and because her goal was to help. It wasn't just about getting money. It was about really, because she cared, she designed, she created, she identified a solution to a problem.
And she did the first one. Do more than belong, participate. Do more than care, help. So she
find her name out so I can give her a shout out.
Yes, we got to give her a proper shout out.
That's what I'm saying.
So the next one was do more than believe, practice. We can believe something all day, but if we're not practicing what we preach, listen, you got to practice what you preach. You can't just be saying stuff. Now, with me, I just want to all of our viewers, all of our following everything. Don't think that we are perfect individuals. We are still getting it right. We're still trying to get it right. Sometimes I can talk to somebody and I can be talking to myself at the same time. It's like, girl, you need your own advice today.
That was good.
Yes, that was good. But that takes me doing more than just believing what I say. I got to actually practice what I say. I got to practice what I preach. Yes. Do more than be fair. Be kind. You can't be fair all the time. You have to be.
Sorry. I didn't put my pen. Before you go to the next one, you got to just give us a minute.
Yes, we have already decided.
I can't get two in and then y'all go.
You're facilitated, okay?
Okay.
Yes. So, that last one was, read it again.
Do more than believe, practice.
Yeah. So what I immediately thought about was, we believe that the early bird gets the worm.
Ooh.
Are we hitting the snooze button?
Me? Apple give you them 9 minutes.
Why she going there? You stepping on my toes.
Saying, if you can't say amen, say ouch.
Ouch. I would say that in church. I thought that was funny. Ouch. If you're not ready, look, if you don't have the scripture, say wait. You think anybody was going to really say wait? Okay, carry on.
It is so easy for us to quote these awesome quotes and all these affirmations all over the place. But I literally so after we read that book by Sarah Jakes Roberts, Girl, Get Up, I had that on my wall because I will be in the bed and I retired. Ooh, I'm telling. Like, on your agenda, absolutely nothing. I got this sign that says, Girl, Get Up. Like, who are you playing with? How are you going to accomplish any of those goals on there? You chilling, you retired, so you going to stop, girl, get up. So, yeah.
Good,
okay, wait a minute. Look. So, Gail, because I jumped out here in retirement heaven, right? Just a few months before. So I was like, girl, I'm in retirement heaven. And yes, initially when retirement heaven came to me, it was like a place where you relax, a place there's peace and joy, and you really don't struggle. I mean, and it was like all of a sudden, it was like, knock, knock. No. There's more for you to do. There's more work. I was like, well, yes, you're going to get up now. It's 5:45. I didn't even get up at 5:45 when I was working.
Yeah.
Listen to
everything has changed. I used to be a night owl when I had a 9 to 5. Now it is like 10:30. I'm yawning. So to her point is, if you're going to be about, doing more, you're going to take action. We have to now put things into practice. We have prayer call at 6 a.m. I'm like, we ain't going to do that every day, right? I had to make a shift. Yes.
I'm not a morning person. She even though she was getting up for that 6 a.m. call, she kept saying, I'm not a morning person. Well, you've been doing this for like 2 months.
It took a minute before I said, okay.
She was still becoming.
Look, let's be transparent. She elevates. I'm like, okay, I'm finished. I'm done playing. No. Because it was like I have all these other things on my plate now. And it's like, yes, because this is really what heaven is, doing what you've been called to do. So I love that now. We are in the game. And you know what they say? Everybody want to play ball, but nobody want to practice.
And you know what's interesting, Tammy, is that at work, I went to work, I had this set of things to do, and then I come home. But at being retired, my agenda is so packed. I am doing so much more than I was doing when I was working, but I have such a peace of mind now. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's that all the things that I'm doing is all about serving and feeding those things that I want to do and my passions, as opposed to just
because you're doing what you want to do.
Exactly.
You're doing what you want to do. Because I know when I was working a regular job, I used to be like, I can be doing so much more than sitting here letting these people get on my last freaking nerve. That's what I used to say all the time. I I can be doing so much more. And so now that you guys are retired, you guys are able to do the things that you love to do. I was listening to Eric Thomas on Secret to Success podcast, and he stated that the plan changed, but the mission remains the same. I said, ooh, that was deep.
Go ahead.
I love that. But the mission, what you want to do, what you've always wanted to do, that remained the same. The plan just switched up a little bit. You retired, but the plan just switched up a little bit. The mission still stays the same.
Awesome. Yeah.
Like, okay,
that's a good one, Jessica.
Yeah. Well, that's kudos to Eric Thomas. That wasn't me.
I mean, no, just even breaking down this quote here, really, because I love that. And to yes, we'll keep it going. But I wanted to put another pin in there and give a shout out to Miss Tamika. And actually, her last name is Strange. And so again, the clothing line is called Capable Clothing. And yep, she created this or designed these clothes to assist individuals with limited abilities, spinal cord injuries, all types of things here. But yeah, so shout out to Miss Strange.
Shout out to Miss Strange. Look, she done did she elevate business.
I'm just saying. Yeah. She has to be the business of the week, maybe next month or so. But
there you go. I'm just So the next one is do more than be fair. Be kind.
Mm-hmm.
How many times we do stuff just because it's fair, but we have like somewhat of a malicious intent behind it, or we just doing it just to do it. We don't really care about what we doing, or even in the workspace, it's your supervisor. You just doing whatever, you you just doing. I have to talk about work because I still work. I ain't in retirement heaven, but you do things because it's fair. But are you really genuine when you actually doing these things? So are you actually being kind? So I'm going to stop myself this time. So y'all ain't got to clamp down on me or put no pin.
You're going to put a pin in and say, ladies.
Right.
What say you?
Ladies, what do you think?
I had to be very intentional about that because as a supervisor, I had a lot of employees and I had to evaluate them every year, right? And so for me, it was all about the process, to treat everybody the same or to rate everybody on the same scale. Mm-hmm. And so to be fair to all of them. And so for me, it was all about work and I have to be intentional to be kind. So I'm a very kind person, but when it came to work, it was for me all about the book because I was so focused on being fair.
It's black and white.
It's like, I'm just going to deliver this and, this is what you got. And these are the reasons why. And this is the data to back it up. So for me, I had to be kind. You know what I mean? And there are books and lessons on, how to give an evaluation without just giving ratings and, talking about work and doing all of that, but actually genuinely caring about the people that you're rating. And so, but that took some intentionality, if that's a word, for me. Because it didn't just come natural. Because for me, it's like, I'm already stressed out. I hate doing evaluations. This is like the worst time of the year for me. So all this negative talk. And so it's like, come on, I just want to get this over with. This is what you got, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, I that's a big one for me to not just care, but be kind. What was it?
Yeah, do more than care.
Do more than care.
Yeah, don't
be
fair.
Be fair. It's the fair and kind. Fair.
Yeah.
Fair, not fair. And you know what? That's funny because for me, the kind was my nature. Just the core values or whatever. So the kind was always at the forefront. Mm-hmm. And then it was like, I know, but even when I'm delivering not so good news or not so positive, they would kind of, at work, use me, let her go, tell her the other way, to tell the people, I know you want this to be done now, but not right now, not yet. I learned how to not say no, but it's not now. Or if they came and they asked for something and, we could say, well, this is what we can do for you. Okay, so you want a blue cup. Well, how about a white cup? You know, so the whole kind thing, it was just it's really I think it's the foundation, it's the core of who, yes, absolutely, the dominant personality type. But so the kind of really comes natural to me. And then sometimes someone may look at that as not being fair, right? Because you're so kind, but were you fair? And in my opinion, that's where, you know, you have to still look at what the rules are, what the standards are. You still have to be honest, right? But I am, oh my God, really concerned about, you know, want to be kind because it's, you know, Jesus is kind, right? God is good.
I believe as long as your heart isn't hardened,
yes,
you know,
that's good.
That's you being kind. It comes from a genuine place. So,
and you know, also, I'm sorry, Jessica, were you getting ready to go on?
No, you can go ahead.
So also with me and Tammy, and I've said this to Tammy before.
Listen to this, Jess. I know what you're going
because I'm very goal oriented and high performing. And so for me, it's all about, right. This is what we need to do. This is how we need to get there. This is the schedule. And so I say Tammy is sugar and I'm stick. She has way more sugar because I'm going to give them what the outline is, what the schedule is, what the due date is. This is what we have to do. And Tammy's like, or, you know, if you can't do it in that time. And I'm like, Tammy, we got to stick to the schedule. So yeah, but no, we really
I love it.
I'm telling you, Gail gives us structure. I don't know if you guys can see it yet, but she gives us structure.
And we really compliment each other. It works so well. I need more sugar in my life.
And I need the structure. But you know what? And so when she brought that out, because I'm like, I didn't know. She said I had sugar, right? And I'm like, I don't think I have that much sugar. And she said, well, because you are honest and you say those hard things that sometimes people aren't open, right, or ready to hear. And so even in my kindness, I'm going to really tell you the truth, right? And so it's like, why did she say that? Now, they can't say that I yelled at them. I didn't cuss them out or anything like that.
Smiling the whole time.
But sometimes people don't hear because they see the smile, so they're really not listening to what you're saying.
Right.
But when you have that sense of firmness, Gail coming in with the structure, and then she had this blank face, like, yeah, I'm serious. Like,
well, Gail says it. She's like, the stick, get it done, right? And then she's moving on. Okay, so you're not going to do that. Guess what? We're going to find somebody else. Okay. Because she's going to get it done. And I'm still over here like, are you sure you can't do it? Come on, maybe you can do it. But look, why didn't you get a little piece of it? Look, if you stop doing all of those other things, those are called distractions.
So how about this? Saying is, what is your priority? Maybe this isn't a priority for you. And that's absolutely fine. This is a priority for me. This is our priority. And if you don't get into here, then maybe we just need to fit somebody who, you know, has the same priorities as us.
She'd have moved on, and I'm still over there trying to have a conversation about it. Anyway,
it takes that though, because, you know, time is something we can't get back. So I'm not going to keep going back and forth with you. I'm like, yeah,
absolutely.
Let's just move along.
Well, you know, and that's why we've said this over and over with She Elevates. Your vibe, right? Attracts your tribe. The tribe is so important. No man is an island. So when we bring all these different personalities together, but it takes time, because Gail and I, we've been together for, we ain't gonna tell you. We're going to say we grew up together, okay? I think we were in the same hospital when we were born. I'm just saying. But we've been together so long that we recognize and we appreciate, right, the differences. So sometimes when you see someone who's a little different, it could be like, you know what? She always trying to get along with people. She always trying. And then look, she got us all on this structure. But you got to no, and bring it all in. That's a part of the tribe, right? Bishop, our bishop Bishop Nelson says, don't throw that baby out with the bathwater. Okay. So, but everybody has a place. We all have a purpose. So when we come together with our tribe, we can accomplish so much, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Everybody has a gift.
Yes, they do.
Yes. Love it. Yes.
So let's move to the next one. And I think this was my favorite one.
Do we need a drum roll?
Yeah, I want a drum roll. Okay. Do more than forget.
Wow.
Look.
Yeah, let's unpack that.
I forgive you.
I'm just saying.
Like Country Wayne, let that sizzle in your spirit.
Look, 10 years, I did forgive you. But I ain't forget about it.
And I got the church look. I have a sound mind, right? So I definitely have forgiven you, but I will not forget. I can't forget because I go into all this about your mind. So it's not so much that you won't remember, right? It's what does it do to you, right? When it comes up again. Oh my God.
I'm telling y'all, it was like it was taught to us like, you can forgive, but don't you ever forget. And that stuck with me. Like, I'm not going to forget. I'm not going to forget what you did to me.
Wow.
I'm not going to forget them feelings that I felt when you did it to me.
Come on
I
now.
forgive you, but I ain't going to forget about it. I'm like, dang, man.
And it just takes
we got to be like that.
And all it takes is for one incident to happen. It'll come right back, right?
Exactly.
It's not gone that far. So with this quote, he's challenging us here to
but
not
forgiving is a clean slate, right? If you forgive a person, that's supposed to be a clean slate. So in order for you to give them that clean slate, you gotta forget about it. You got
to Tammy's point, though, we're not going to forget about it because it was clearly something traumatic to us. But I think what it is how do you behave when you remember it? Are you still on some get back stuff? Or is it just that you got me once, you won't get me again? You know what I mean? Because that can be a protective thing, which is not necessarily bad. Yep, I forgive you, but I didn't forget. So no, I'm not going to give you $500 because you're not going to pay me back.
You paid me back last time. Let me tell you something. Somebody I let them borrow some money, and it's just, it did something to my spirit, y'all. I'm telling you.
Don't loan money if you can't afford to give it away.
They told me.
Let me just say that to you.
They told me.
No, that's right.
I can't give you nothing I ain't got.
That's real.
After you loan them their money, right? You loan them your money.
Listen,
Jessica, you look like you about to take a kung fu.
Jessica hasn't forgotten this one, you guys. I'm not even sure she's forgiven. Because she can't even speak.
That did something to me. Because you didn't act like that when you came and asked me for the money.
I need you to use the same energy to repay me that you used to borrow that money.
Go talk to my brother about it, my oldest brother. He said, let me tell you something. He said, don't ever let anybody borrow some money that you cannot afford to lose.
There you go.
If you can't lose,
that's what I'm saying.
I love it. That's my motto.
I've never did it again because,
Oh, there you go. You learn from that. I'm really finding this. There's a scripture, right, that talks about he will wash your sins in the sea of forgetfulness, right? And so we're trying because we are striving to be like Christ. And I've heard someone say that you can really get to a place and it's like, I don't even remember what happened, but I think that he's challenging. William Arthur Ward is challenging us, right, to get there. But I still, we're at this place here where when we forgive, and that's a process in and of itself, right, Jess?
Clearly, I'll tell you, out of all of them,
it's about
the one I struggle with.
Yeah. And so I think it's such a great opportunity to really have your own soul searching moment where it's like, okay, God, you know what they did to me. You know what they said about me. You know what's going on. Heal me, help me. Because you know what they say, unforgiveness, it really hurts you more than the other person.
It does.
So now that you move past, you moved from unforgiveness to forgiveness, but now you got to take it to another level. Forget.
And that's my struggle.
And they say unforgiveness is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die.
Ooh, I like that.
And also, I feel like a person can only impact you as much as you let them. So it's all about perspective when people do things to you. For me, one of the 4 agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz, his code for life is don't take anything personally. This is agreement number 2. I had this from work.
Okay.
I love it so much. So it says, don't take anything personally. Nothing others do is because of you. What others say and do is a projection of their own reality, their own dream. When you are immune to the opinions and actions of others, you won't be the victim of needless suffering. So you really didn't do, or what you did or said that you wanted to be harming to me, it wasn't harming to me because that has nothing to do with me. That has everything to do with you and whatever in life brought you to this point where you feel like you wanted to say something mean because hurt people.
Yes.
That's all about you. It isn't even about me. So if you think, do you need to forgive them? Because you didn't harm me, really. It's all about perspective. That was my point.
That's good. That was good. I love it. And that's good. Again, this here, I think that's why this quote really just how it affected us so significantly, because it is so much. And I'm so grateful that we unpacked this because if we walk really even in just close march towards these goals, these steps here, that how much of a better person would we be? How much peace will we have, right? How much joy will we have? And, to me, then it also frees you up because all of that other stuff, it kind of blocks you, right? You get stuck, like I feel sick. Oh my God. Then you have a headache and I'm not even focused and I can't even hear what. So
it's a spiral.
Oh, there you go. There you go. That was my spiral. Oh. So now that we're moving on to doing more. This is my do more quote. Do more. I'm telling you, it is like do more. And you know what I also like here? There's even if you thought, because look, on the one side, right? I kind of have 2 sides here. On the left side, it's like, I'm doing good, right? I'm belonging or caring or believing and fair and forgiving and drink. All of that is good, but he's challenging us do more. You can even
do more.
Better. Yeah.
So Tammy Justin walked us into the last one. Do more than dream. Work.
Woo!
Work. On, faith without works is dead.
Yeah.
So many people will have all of these dreams. That's why they say like the richest people are the people in the graveyard because they died with their dreams.
Where all of the wealthiest place is the graveyard.
It's the graveyard. Yeah. We got to stop sleeping on ourselves. We got to stop just dreaming about it. You got to put the work behind it. At the conference, how many times we heard, do the work. Do the work. Do the work. Do the work. You got to do the work. You got to do more than just dream. You got to do more than just put it on the vision board. You got to do the work.
Yeah. That's the part.
To do the work.
You have to in everything, right? If we could just sit here and say, I just wish I didn't have, or I wish I had. Really? That's
listen, we got to do more than say we just want the podcast. We got to start the podcast. We got to do the work.
Like, oh my God, it's like, no, let's record the Zoom. It's like, that's how do you think you're going to take it to the next level?
Exactly. We got to do the work.
We have to do the work, right? But again, I appreciate the tribe that's around me right now to get this thing done. Because sometimes when you walking by yourself and you're right there, you can say, I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'm going to school. Yep. I can be saying that next year or the next year. But when you have a tribe and it's like,
accountability.
You're going to do a podcast? Sure, I'll do your podcast. Okay.
Next accountability.
Here's when we're going to meet. Here's your shirt right here.
Jessica, I appreciate you. I would say I appreciate both of you, but Jessica was on it. Like, we should do a podcast. She said, "Yeah, okay. Here's the equipment. Here's what we need." I'm like, "Wait, what?"
I saw them text messages go through, and I can catch a flight to come meet you. I'm like,
Jessica's coming. Tammy, Jessica coming. Look, we got to do it for real.
Look, okay, I'm still playing. I'm walking in the room like she really here. She from Alabama. Hey.
And you know, all of that was so much fun because we're going to get our face made up. We're going to get our face up. We got shirts. We're going to get dressed.
And it's actually fun doing that. It's fun. Like, we're in our zone. It's our space. Like, and we get to share it with the world.
And you're adding value. That's because that's our intent anyway.
Yes.
And you know what you guys, what we have to see now, when you do more, you really are in a better place. Doing more, it takes you to that blessed place, that happy place. But isn't it interesting when you think about it? It's like, but then when you go there, it is like, wow, because this is where I belong. This is where I believe he's called us, God, right? To go higher, to do more. Oh my God. Even when I'm going back to being kind, there was one about don't just, don't be fair, be kind, or don't just care, but help. So even if, have some situations that happen, and it's like, I care about you, but no. He said, I need you to help them.
Yes.
And okay, when you help, then you know that you've done the right thing. You know that. So this whole thing of doing more really takes us to, I think, such a better place.
And my son, it was funny, but it wasn't funny. We were at the Walmart and we was leaving the Walmart and there was a guy on the side of the road. I take it he was homeless, not sure. He had a sign saying, he was homeless. So I didn't see him at first. I passed by. My baby, he was like, Mom, he was like, you didn't see that man back there? I was like, what man? He said, that homeless man, give him some money. I got $1. I said, okay. So we circle around Dunkin' Donuts. When we circle around, he on the cell phone. My daughter said he ain't homeless. How he homeless? He got a cell phone. She said, and even if it was a free cell phone, how he charging it up? He charging it up somewhere. I said,
oh my God, she had really assessed that situation.
And like 3.5
sugar and stick. Maddie like, keep it moving. He good.
Yeah, what, Maddie? I said, can we still help?
Oh my God, I love it.
I love that because he was moving from caring to helping.
Yes.
This is making me think about the Global Hope Forum, because at the end of the day, it was really about action, taking action, right? And so with all of the billionaires and the millionaires and all of the CEOs that were speaking, we're talking about do more. And one of the comments that was stated was, no longer are we celebrating you for an announcement. A lot of times when things happen, it's like, okay, so we're going to jump in here. We're going to donate. We're going to do these things. No. We're going to wait and see, because sometimes people get in on the hype and they'll say what they're going to do. Right. Mm-hmm. It's like they say, we're going to do this. And then you walk away and nobody follows up. But everybody's celebrating them in that moment. Woo, woo. We got all this going on. So we're going to wait. And we're going to see you do more, and then we're going to celebrate what you're doing.
I like that.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
So you guys, what's the fuss? What's the foolery today, y'all?
What's going on? Wait, what? What happened?
Look, what you think, Jessica? I ain't about that.
I ain't with it today.
I ain't with it today.
For real? Well, wow.
But look, I don't have like a whole lot, but one of the things that stood out to me last week, y'all, was Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre was served divorce papers at, I think it was his grandmother's funeral.
Oh, a funeral.
Wow.
First of all,
where they do that at? Who do that? Lawyers?
First of all, you serve somebody at a funeral. I guess she was like, shoot, I can't get him nowhere else, but he gonna be at that funeral. He gonna be at that funeral. Yeah. I just don't know if I could have did it.
That's disrespectful.
I was just
like, I want to know, is that real? Was that just the media?
No, that was real.
But that was real.
That was real.
Wow.
I feel like Jess with the mess. This is Jess with the mess, and my news is real.
I don't want to clap. Oh my
I love it. I say we re-elevate this. Rename segment. That's with the mess.
Y'all not gonna have me up here as the messy person.
Messy Jessie. What you got to say, girl?
Jesse with all the mess.
But I said, dang, who gets served at a funeral? But I know Dr. Dre, you know, his previous marriages, all the talk, he was abusive in his previous marriage and all of that stuff right there. You know, who knows what happened with this marriage, but girl served him at the funeral.
And the spouse doesn't serve you. The sheriff does, right?
Somebody.
They knew. Well, I think in those, you can choose if you're going to serve a person, or you can have the sheriff serve them. So as long as it's witnessed, you know, she pulled up, took that picture as she was giving him, that's good enough. But she served him.
He was not playing.
Oh, so she did serve him.
I don't know. I don't know if she, don't quote me.
Because I'm getting ready to tell people what Jessica said. You know, Dr. Dre's wife served him at his grandmother's funeral.
Well, you know, I had to do a little quick Google, but it's so fun.
Do it there.
The first word in this article is messy.
It's messy.
Yes.
It's messy.
There's no other way to describe Dr. Dre and Nicole Young's divorce. That's it.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is, Dre. Sorry, not sorry.
It was Gail, the server, so she didn't do what she was like.
Yeah. But she told him where it was gonna be at.
Jessica, she said, "Well, I'm gonna tell you where he is." Okay.
You ain't heard it from me, but
Go to my funeral. But in other news, we got Kyrie Irving. You guys familiar with Kyrie Irving, basketball player?
Yes.
Oh, I'm just asking. I don't know. But yeah, Kyrie Irving, he's been in the headlines about not taking the vaccine.
I'm not doing it.
And so
one of many.
Yes. From my understanding, they stated, you know, they could be exempt from doing the vaccine, and now it's more pressure stating that they have to take the vaccine or they can't play basketball. And Kyrie stuck to his guns. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So he's not playing right now because he refuses to get vaccinated. And to me, I'm standing with him. You know, like anytime a person, we spoke about this previously many times before, is that I feel like anytime someone is forcing you to do something, why do you have to force me to do it? Why it can't be willingly? So, I mean, I get it why he's not.
So you think Kyrie would do it if he wasn't being asked or forced to do it?
Well, he stated that he wants to know more about the vaccine. He needs to do his own research. He needs to know more. He needs to feel comfortable. And with anybody, like if you got to do something, you want to feel comfortable doing it. You don't want to be forced to do anything. And right now he's feeling forced to take a vaccine, and they're not letting him play.
And, you know, it's like, then you deal with the consequences, right? So it's like, no, I don't want to. So, okay. And at some point, then the owners, they'll make a decision if they want all of their players to be vaccinated, right? Then those who are vaccinated will play. And maybe the ones who are not, then they have to accept the consequences. I guess that's how I feel about it, right?
Yeah.
It's okay to be, to stand for what you believe, but know then that there may be consequences, right? And it was, because there was some comments in that room that I was listening to about, you know, different jobs or different companies are doing the same thing. And it was like, well, you know, I can't afford it, or this isn't right, I'm going to lose my job. And then there was others that said, well, maybe this is your opportunity to become an entrepreneur. And I was like, so it was a lot of back and forth on that whole issue about mandating, right, the vaccine. So I just think we're in an I continue to say interesting times, serious times here, unprecedented times for us.
Definitely. Yeah. And I was having a conversation with Rashad today, my son, and he was talking about how so many flights are being canceled now. And he asked me, did I know why? And I was like, no. He said, because there's so many employees who are refusing to get the vaccination and they're not able to work until they do. And so now they have a shortage of employees on top of some employees are not coming back to work. So there seems to be a lot of job openings everywhere, but he seems to think that a lot of it has to do with employees who are refusing to get the vaccination.
Absolutely.
But I think, when you go back to if what side are you on? Because we understand you have the have and the have-nots, the do's and the do-nots. But if you're saying on this side that this is what's going to take to make us safe, it's about the safety, it's about the well-being, the health, right? So from that aspect, right, if you don't want to do that, then okay, but we have to do what we feel it's required, right, to make people safe. And then
and I think that's his dilemma too, because you can have like a lot of people that got vaccinated and they still contract COVID. Right.
Because that's we're not even going.
It's just a whole lot, and you expect somebody to be comfortable. That takes time. Let me process this. Let me make sure this is the right decision for me. Although I love my
I said, while you're processing this, the clock's ticking.
The clock is ticking. And so like he's stating, he's not just thinking about his family on the court. He's thinking about his child, his relationship. He's thinking about all of this. He's thinking about what this vaccination could possibly do to my body 3 or 4 or 5 years down the road. Like, he don't know. And if all in all, if you're not comfortable with something, you shouldn't allow someone to force you into doing something you're not comfortable with doing.
And again, so you can see what Jessica and I saying, you have to accept the consequences that come with that. So absolutely. I would say you do not have to be forced. It is like, here are the rules. You can apply by them or not.
Right? Exactly.
It's your choice, it's a decision. So to your point, Tammy, did you say, no, Rashad said, he was talking about the Wizards. The Wizards are 2-0. He said, even though Bradley didn't play. Well, Bradley is not vaccinated.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I don't know if that's why he didn't play, but I'm thinking it may be because they said he has not been vaccinated yet, citing personal reasons to reporters.
That's interesting. Because to your point, Gail, earlier, why is it all about Kyrie? Because we know there's got to be more NBA.
I believe because Kyrie actually, now that you guys say that, Kyrie went live about it. He went live, and I think they stated the live was maybe about an hour. I think.
Really?
Like he went into detail, so that's probably why he is getting shedded more light.
Yeah.
Anybody want to play for the NBA?
What's the openings?
Y'all are crazy. So that's all I got for What's the Fuzz.
That was good, Jess.
That's all I got.
Girl, what your message said? Messy Jesse.
Jesse.
Hey. Okay, so what's next on the agenda? Let's talk about some action tactics.
Okay, absolutely.
From
this Gail Field is not mine.
From unpacking our quote today. And I love it because I come up with these before the podcast, right? But we talked about these with Jessica unpacking that quote like that. So I love it. So I have 3 things. So what we're going to leave you with is number 1, evaluate. Consider something you care about and some challenges that need to be addressed. And Tammy talked about that with the lady who invented the pants, the zip on the side. It was a challenge and she met it, right? So the second thing is choose. Pick actions that you are passionate about and can easily take on to address one or more of those challenges, which is exactly what she did. And the last thing is act, take action, commit and follow through. So that's it, guys.
Wonderful. ECA, evaluate, choose, and
act.
Look at I can count on Gail to get us right. I can count on Tammy to write it down.
So not only is she gonna write it down, but she's gonna make it a little what you call
acronym,
whatever it is.
ECC. And I can remember stuff like that. So thank you, Tammy.
ECA, evaluate, choose, and act.
Okay, ECA. Got you.
ECA. Okay, so my quote of the day is not really a quote. It's something that I kind of summarized from this Inc.com site that I was looking at. So what I wrote is belonging, caring, believing, and dreaming are concepts. You only make a real difference when you convert those concepts into action.
That was good. That was good.
For today.
Convert those concepts. Now, you know what? Then that to me summarizes, right, a lot of things that we just said. You got to convert all of these concepts into action.
Yes.
You know what? This has elevated me. I'm sure you guys have. What about you? Have you been elevated?
Everything about this podcast elevates me. I love it so much because I think Jessica had mentioned early when you have to. Sometimes you got to. The physician needs to heal thyself. So yeah, I need these things also to keep me motivated, to keep my momentum going, and to keep me getting up out the bed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, girl.
Now, I think you guys, you know, this is previously recorded. It airs on Wednesday, but if I'm not mistaken, this Wednesday is going to be Tammy's birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Tammy.
25.
So yes. I couldn't end it without putting it out there. My Scorpio sister. Yes.
All day.
Whatever that means. But okay.
all day.
Yes,
I'm loving. Looking forward to
October, baby.
October 27th. Love it. Yes, I'm just excited. You know, of course, I was telling my son because his birthday was Friday, October 22nd. Remember, we had that podcast and somehow we interjected. I think, right, because Roland's born on his father's birthday. Gail was like, I don't know, I feel a little slighted. I was looking forward to my child coming on my birthday. I just wanted somebody else to enjoy the moment.
Ever. You just wanted somebody else to share it.
And so I'm like, well, he made it to October, so that's good. So yeah,
close.
You know what, when you wake up in the morning, I'm like, that's a gift right there, isn't it? So just being able to say, I'm still here. It's the not
precious gift.
Yeah. So
thank you. Look amazing.
Yes. Okay. So yes, I hope you enjoy your birthday, girl.
Thank you.
We will.
Look at we will.
Out on my tribe. Listen, one thing we know, we're gonna get some breakfast, right?
Yeah.
A little chicken and waffles. And then another thing, look, I'm having a family bonfire. My cousin's I said, and by the way, I'm gonna celebrate all October babies. And so you have yourself a party.
Okay.
So you have a family event and you call it something else, and it's like, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. All together.
Yeah, so it's great. Thank you guy,s
You're welcome.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you next week.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Elevator.